This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a good battle in the NFC. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the New York Giants. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. It's Graham Gano to get this one started. And off we go from East Rutherford. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy. But really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. They'll motion over Thielen. On 3rd and long, here's McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch, and now 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. So here come the Giants, and Greg, it is the latest stop for Russell Wilson. A decade and a Super Bowl with Seattle, 2 years in Denver, last year in Pittsburgh, and now Russell Wilson is the Giants QB.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace. And the Vikings are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to rattle. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
You know, I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's going to be taken down after a big second down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far.
Second down.
And it draws the flag. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
So after being unable to pick up the first down on 3rd down, now they have a decision to make. And, Mike, I think we're seeing this play out all across the league. When you cross midfield, you really enter 4-down territory. I think this is a great opportunity to take advantage of the field position, maintain possession, and see if you can get a fresh set of downs.
The Giants offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Slayton is the man in motion. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Giants first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
25 more yards.
They get 25 on that connection. First down, Giants.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Play action. Now, Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
Giants.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants will take a 7-0 lead.
Giants 7, Vikings nothing.
So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. They'll motion over Thielen. On play action, here's McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up second down. Jones. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third and long. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He's got his tight end, Hopkinson. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. It's a gain of 43 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They tried to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it, didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
They run it once more with Jones. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
And it's third down.
"21 is the line to gain as we hit third down. To throw is McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he's out of bounds, couple of yards short of the marker, so decision to make here as it's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
On down.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. That run good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And the Giants first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Wilson now, off the bootleg. He'll be forced outright.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll get forward for a couple. Josh Metellus there on the tackle.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's caught downfield by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. We are through 1. It's the Giants leading this one early. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 1 coming up. A carry here for Tracy. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to go into the end zone on an electrifying run. Russell Wilson, touchdown Giants. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. That one is going to hurt the defense. He's looking to throw, can't find anyone, takes off, and Greggy takes it the distance for an exciting touchdown run.
And these are the plays, Mike, that just drive defensive coordinators crazy. You have all of his targets covered up, nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he gets out of the pocket, takes it all the way with his legs. He's just as dangerous with those feet as he is with his arm.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants move out on top, 14-0. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Chandler now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. He'll edge forward for maybe a yard. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Vikings.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Short pass caught by Oliver. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's a gain of 10.
That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. On the move, past the 40, and he'll be taken down. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Minnesota.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
He'll step up and run, and McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the 1st down. Good, smart play with the slide by J.J.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
In motion, Naylor. They run straight ahead with Jones. The ball's out. One of the Giants has it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
He pulls it in around the 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. In motion, it's Jefferson. Mason. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped him for no gain at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
On 4th down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal.
27-yard attempt.
Riker's kick is good. And the Vikings get their first points of the game. They trail 14-3.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. It's back out now to kick this one away. On the return, it is Tyrone Tracy. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Giants offense make their way out to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. Wilson makes the read and keeps it himself. And he'll hit the deck here. Remember, that mark comes at the start of the slide, so only a gain of about a yard.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Darius Slayton. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down, 3 to go. Now Wilson. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That's Jonathan Grenard busting in to record the sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So on fourth down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. On fourth down, it's hammer time. The Scottish hammer. Jamie Gillen on to kick. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Oh, what a throw, slinging it across his body and complete. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. To throw, it's McCarthy. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
A throw on the move is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. It'll be a Vikings first down. That's quickly out to Jefferson. That's the second charge timeout for Minnesota as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll motion over Thielen. To the air once more is McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, they're...
That one taken in. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He's got it. And the Vikings are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Vikings 10.
Three seconds, all that remain in this first half, as that one's away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hansen, who has our EA Sports halftime report. Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Tracy now to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Tracy, and he's going to be taken down at the 37. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
That's good for a Giants first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Offense.
John Runyon, the guilty party. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton.
Wilson's pass complete to Darius Slayton. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Now Russ. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Jonathan Grenard in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wilson. made right side. It's Johnson. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Here it is on fourth down. And he's going to have the Giants first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on fourth and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. He's tackled down by Byron Murphy.
Brings up second down.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. Now to tap this one forward, the receiver heading left. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
On third down, here's Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
The Giants sending out their punter. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. They'll try the left side with Jones. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Gain of 26 yards. First down, Minnesota.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
A good spot here, second and a yard. Again, it's Jones. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2 yards.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is McCarthy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Giants offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start from their own 4. Not a lot of room for error back here. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
Byron Murphy on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Wilson. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. 11 yards on the connection there. That's good for a Giants first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
It is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts. 3rd and 14.
That's good for a Giants first down. First and 10.
What a luxury that certain
line.
teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And that one shut down almost immediately. Good pressure from the backside. Left him nowhere to go. And no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Taking off. He'll try to get there.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another New York Giants.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
So, just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Slayton is the man in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Open man is Robinson. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take him down for a loss.
That is caught. It's Robinson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Thrown on the run, but it's off target. Behind his man, and that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver.
It's now 4th down.
And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So now, Graham Gano, the veteran, in another pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Forced out wide. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
21 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Up the middle, here's Jones. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They run it once more with Jones. Well, he shows you the elusiveness getting out of one tackle, but not the other. Fortunate, really, to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
In motion, Naylor. Look at play action here with McCarthy. Flushed to his left, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Ty Felton. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Here's Hawkinson in motion. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A loss of 6 on the play. It's now 4th down.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We are set for 4th and long. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Giants offense about ready to take over once more. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 first down will essentially end the game. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Oh, a loose football. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter.
Oh my goodness, Mike, what a mistake. Late in the game, you're protecting the lead. That can't happen. You know they're going to be raking at the ball. You know they are desperate to create a turnover. Just somehow he doesn't put the ball away, and this game just got a lot more interesting.
The Vikings offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They can get back into this quickly now. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. So they might be taking a look at this one.
Previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. It is 2nd and 6. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboo. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Slayton is the man in motion. On the give, it's Tracy. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the shotgun, Wilson taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
The Giants sending out their punter as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. To the right side and corralled by Thielen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. And with the defense out of timeouts, they cannot stop the clock. Just a couple of kneel downs should do it. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruise to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.